everyone, it's Mel from Everything Marmy. I thought that I would come back to my folded up planner, my K.I.S.s system. Not my system, actually. As we all know, it's not mine at all, it's Monique's, but this book I actually put together. And I got a very dry mouth, so pre-warning. And I have like a doctor's appointment this morning. Oh, and I did manage to heart the 3 comments yesterday. Thank you so much. I didn't type anything. My apologies, but I'm still not feeling the greatest, you guys. So please forgive me. This thing is like, let me just fix this camera. I'm sure you guys are all tired of this by now, as am I. But I need to at least get past Wednesday, because if I don't, I have a very important meeting on Wednesday and on Friday, and if this doctor tells me that yeah, my oxygen is too low, I don't have a choice. So please pray for me, you guys. Please, 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 because I am really phobic about hospitals. I'm gonna have to pause you, I think, to get more water. One moment. Okay, let's try to make this video a little bit more fun and uplifting. No more talk about, you know, whatever. I just folded it. And I was going to turn back on the camera yesterday. They started drilling across the street. So there was a couple of things that I wanted to do, and yet I got pulled away. Of course, the drilling, and then I tried to putter around and do what I could in the home. So we already had the review of last week, and then I thought, well, gee whiz, okay, where's the start of this book anyway? Here it is. So this is cut into a standard. Like, I took an inch off myself, and I just literally came along and like put the lines in. So I don't even have dates in here right now, you guys. Like, however, we're just going to do a few things, and I'm just using this Fudinasuki pen instead of like stickers. And what are we at? The 20? No, it's Tuesday today, so I missed yesterday. So excuse me if I'm like doing something that might not be pleasing, but remember that you could always speed me up or skip me altogether. You won't hurt my feelings, I promise. I hope everybody is doing well. This week will conclude the month, actually. And I'm seeing this here. So my thoughts for this morning, let's see. I'm going to use this calligraphy pen. I did use my Domino's box to put the extra, like I have more of these. These are the disposable calligraphy pens that I forgot to show you. You can get them on Amazon in a pack of 10 for very inexpensive. I can't tell you at the moment. And then this was the clicker one. So I put the extra ones in here. It looks like pink, orange, black, green. I have a turquoise. And there should be a couple of more somewhere, probably in my other pen cases. And I have this one. This calligraphy pen has no ink in the barrel yet. which I'd love to do, but we'll see how much time we have. I want to try to stay on track. But these ones are all inked, of course. And I did figure out that if you heat up the bottom and twist, you can get ink in there. So I've gone through one black already, and I've done it. Of course, I was like covered in black ink. Fair warning, okay? Because like I was learning how to do that. So I'm really happy about this domino. I've had this Domino's box, my gosh. I was 12, I'm 53, 31 years, 41 years. 41 years, you guys. Like, it just makes me feel, wow. And then yes. Just before I begin this, because we all want to see this, I was trying to think about the book that I had this in. Remember, I was talking yesterday? Here, I'll just put this aside for a second, out of the way, and use this ruler. Better close up my pens. If you don't close up your pens, of course, they dry out really quickly. So I'm just going to use this bendy ruler, because when you start getting to the end of your book, if you don't have a bendy ruler, you're not going to get your lines in. So, but I was trying to figure out, like, gee whiz. And of course, I took out all my videos from last year, but I still have them all saved. So, and of course, every time I open it, I had to retape it. Like, I'll show you. Just to keep, like, the spine on. Because, do you see it's pulling away from the main book? So I just had to kind of come along and pull it tight. So how I had this book and where I had this book is in this beautiful chic sparrow, Red Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And I did find this on eBay. I love it. My color for last year was red. So I planned everything for red last year. And so it was in here. And I think I'm going to put it back in here because I was watching Nessie Plans this morning. And if you know, you know. And I guess she was watching somebody. Robin from Talks from the Heart. So I broke down for FOMO, you guys. I did. Because one of the things that she showed, like I already had a couple of, like, the Planner Monkey Co. books because I had bought her packages, and she's changing names and no longer doing books. So what she has, you guys, is what she has. So I jump on it. But she goes under paper. Did I write it down? I did. I know I did. She's going down right now as Soft Paper Studio. So she used to be Sweet Freckle Design. Don't mind my handwriting, you guys. But now she's Soft Paper Studio. And she's only got a few of these books left. And yeah, these other ones here, Belicio Casa had Anna Green Gables. Somebody had asked me about Anna Green Gables stickers. Very reasonably priced for the October monthly. Seriously, if you're in the US, like, I think it was only like, I don't know, $12. For me, it was $16. I'm in Canada, and that was like free shipping. So, like, I ordered the October, November, and December. She doesn't have it. And then anything else doesn't come up to Canada. So, I guess she's just trying to get rid of them. But it's a pain to get things up here. So, I understand it. So you can see here that these two papers were twinsies. Okay, and then in here, of course, I had my letter. I also had this like bookmark that I guess I was using in here. But I wanted to show you that I did, in fact, have this book in here, like that. And then this little calendar book I had in here. And then in here, I had some Christmas-like decorations. So that is how I had the book. And I love it because I love these planners that have the string. And it's so soft, you guys. And the fact that it had the inscription on it and the green on the bottom, like I loved it. So because I didn't have a B6 coming, like I had my Hobonichis, right? But I have plans for those. But this one, like I'd ordered a special B6 book. And in US funds, it's really reasonable for me. It costs a little more. And especially with shipping, because shipping was like half the price, but it's not their fault. She's a very small company. So there you go. That was that. And then I think this was my first ever. Doesn't say that it's Chic Sparrow. But I think this was my first ever folio. And it feels like Chic Sparrow. But Jennifer didn't put any like inscription on it. But I could swear that it's an older Chic Sparrow. I think it's chic instead of chic. I'm not sure, you guys. You guys want to help me out with that? But she didn't put her branding here. And like, I love this book so much. Like, you can just tell. And like, it's just gorgeous. Of course, I penned it up. And so these were my two original folios when I started. This was my first. Just like I'll always like my pink cover here. I'll always love this one because that was my first. Do you see how beaten up they look? And then, of course, my first rings, come here, was the personal, I think they're 30 millimeter silver rings from Moterm. Yeah. And so I have like a personal attachment to these ones because they were my first, you know. So I just wanted to show that. I also wanted to show, because I'd been talking about it quite some time. Let's see if I can slip those. Are you surprised? Is anybody surprised at all that I dropped something? Okay. 1 second. So I'm back. Sorry about that. I just thought it would be easier. So I like to keep my books kind of covered. So I'm going to put that one in there. And then this came with the case. So I'm going to keep this one in here. Now, I do plan on employing this book for December, hopefully. From what I understand, it should be here between the 1st and 2nd of December. So then, like, I believe it's got a year in it, but I don't care if it ends, like, in November for the first time ever. And then I'm just putting these two away, which can be over here. And for the 4 individuals, I think it's been 4 now. There's 4 people that want me to do like an art video. One girl specifically asked that I do paints, so I will. I'll be doing that for sure. But I really, that kind of video probably will be like in the evening when I'm relaxed and things are cool and calm and collected and not construction across the street. I also wanted to show you, oh God, I need more water, you guys. My throat, I feel like, I don't know, something slept in my mouth. I'm just kidding. It's the antibiotics, the strength of them. Yeah, even though like I went for the first bit of antibiotics, I had to go for additional tests for my oxygen levels and was put back on. So you guys, like, I don't know, it's taking forever, whatever. Okay, so I purchased these. They're called daily payment. I don't know why they're daily payments, but they're the calendar. Now, I had a hard time finding shops that were like selling stickers. Okay, where's the 5th one? There it is. For days of the week, because I have a blank planner this year that I'm employing, or I may be redating. So I don't want to give too much away. So I needed one of these, and the rest I'll just, use whiteout and pen. I don't want to get carried away. These were, I think, 6 something plus the discount for whatever, and so they were under $5. So that's what they were. And remember, I'm in Canada on Amazon. So I don't know why they're called daily payments, but yeah, because I was finding a whole like difficulty in finding dates for sorry you guys. Oh, there they are. Dates for decorating. Now, I've got a whole bag here of 2026 stuff. This is what I've done, in case you're wondering. I went through and collected up different things that I want to put in or on my 2026 books, just to save myself some time. Okay, like these ones here can be used anytime. Like these were purchased off of Amazon, I think. So there's a couple of them, and then this one here is just a kid sticker book. I got 2. It's very shiny, I'm sorry. I got 2 of these, one for my granddaughter, of course. But, like, I couldn't resist. Look how cute. Like, I really want to go cutesy in the designs. So I found these at Michael's. And they were the Quiet Collective, and they were like, I had a 30% coupon. They were like, I don't know, overpriced $14. So whatever the difference of that was. And then because my daughter was with me, she got the discount on one and I got the discount on the other. So that was a way of getting around that. So yeah, so in case you're wondering, that's what I'm doing. And also the last thing I wanted to show you is I've been talking a lot, and I'm sure you're tired of it right now. But I really wanted to show you this. Okay, so I found this in a thrift store. And for a long time, I didn't want to touch it. I had it like sealed up. It's my Illuminated Holy Bible, Red Letter Edition. And it's international. Okay? So it's not the King James, it's the international version. Okay? So the language in it is very clear. It's the authorized version of the Old Testament and the New Testament with the words of Christ printed in red. And it's also got a lot of pictures. And this is how far I've come recently with it. And this book at a secondhand store, this is the receipt, I think. Yeah, I wanted to show you. It was $33.33 at St. Anthony's Clinic. Is that right? Yeah, it's just fading. Can you see it? Now, like, to me, that was just like, I don't know. So, and the date on it is, like, it's starting to fall apart. I do have book tape, but I don't know. You can see it was presented by Edith Mary, sorry if I hit the screen there, Tyre, to Uncle Will and Auntie May, date Christmas with an X. Christmas, 1929. And then before that, Phyllis Phillips from Mummy. So I think this has gone through. I don't know. I think a couple of people have had it. And then let's see what date it is. Oh, I keep hitting the. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've got a hat on, so because I have pneumonia, I don't want to wash my hair. Okay, it's the clear type edition. It was printed in the U.S., super thin paper. Just trying to see when it was printed. Now we know it was gifted in 1929, but I'm pretty sure that there's a date somewhere in here. Maybe it was in the back. Here's all the maps and everything. By the way, this map is of the flat earth model. Now, most people think flat earth, you're going to fall off the sides. It's not like that at all. I've done research. The flat earth is, you've got a square, right? And then an ice wall, which is Antarctica. And then you've got your 6 continents, which are all connected, and there's a lot of missing land. And then NASA came in, and apparently in 1958 it was changed, but it's very, like, this whole video now might be taken down because I said that. But there's a series of tests that you can do to make your own judgment. I'm not saying I believe or not believe. I'm just saying that this map says that all the lands are connected. And in fact, it was taught in school that way. And then it shows the money. Yeah, it's super fascinating, you guys. Super fascinating. Like, when I read this and I was like, what? Because, and then you add that to the Ethiopian Bible, because this has 66 chapters in it, Okay, well, we know 66 is a number. Like, if you're a Christian, you know what 66 means, right? Okay. You also know what a third means, right? So the Ethiopian Bible, I must have gotten to this part at one point too. Was I reading it again? Sometimes I do that. I must have gotten to that point at one point and then went to reread it because, yeah. So what's interesting is that the original Ethiopian Bible had 88. So 22, like, books were missing from the original. Now, here's some food for thought. I'm a Canadian. I don't live in the States, okay? But who had vote for 88022? You see where I'm going there? Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. I'm a truth seeker. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But who had that? I'm not saying that was a good thing or not a good thing, because personally, I think anybody who treats anybody with disdain and, like, I'll be honest, what's been going on with people, I will stand up right now in front of everybody, and I don't care who believes in me after this or who walks away, but what was done to people in California was dead wrong. Dead wrong. Nobody has the right to treat anybody like that. Period. End of story. I don't care. Nobody. Anyway, carrying on. Let's get on with my book here, okay, you guys? It's Tuesday. I'm a little, like, full of zest. But here's the thing, you guys. When you get older, there's something called discernment, okay? And when you get older, and even when I was younger, it wasn't until, like, the military stripped that crap out of me, because I could be charged and jailed. And in military jails, guys, like, you think a regular jail is bad? Military jails are bad, okay? Yeah, not that I've been there, but I know of them, because I was a supply tech, so yeah, we knew of them. So, carrying on, dailies. My first thought this morning, let's do some calligraphy pens, is that feeling feisty and full of life, even though, ready to take on the day. And do a YouTube video on this book, stories, opinions, and having some water, you guys. Stories, opinions, and I don't know. And then after my appointment, I'm looking forward to doing chores. Now, I am going to be doing this because I am looking forward to doing some chores. I might only get to do 10 minutes and then break, 10 minutes and then break, and then 10 minutes and break. But here's the thing. I am going to change the way my brain thinks about things. And that is right here a priority. So I'm going to write that down. My thoughts are, I am going to change my thinking patterns from I have to I get to. Every moment I can. And I don't want to be asleep at the wheel anymore, if you know what I mean. So if you don't know what I mean, I'm just going to put goal. What that means is, and I remember doing this a lot when my kids were little, I'd kind of go through the motions, but until I had my coffee, I wasn't really there. It was like I do things in a like sleepwalk, unconscious kind of way. And sometimes you do that. You do the same thing every single day, and it becomes this, I don't know, like empty space where time disappears and you're not aware of even the small little things. You have to wake yourself up, you guys. You have to wake yourself up and say, hey, what's going on right now? What am I experiencing? What are the gifts right now? Trust me when I say this, it's been very hard for me. I have had a number of things in my own backpack, if you know what I mean. And I am fighting those, what I'll call demons, tooth and nail. And I will overcome them. And the reason I know I will is because there's nothing I've ever said I do in the past that I haven't already done. And so knowing this, knowing that I have the strength to do this given to me by, in my personal belief, my higher power, Jesus, because I have that, I can do this. I can do this. And I mean, cleaning my house is the least of my worries, you know? Like I was in the military. I don't know why. I mean, the things I had to do, you guys, this is nothing. Doing dishes is nothing. Okay. So that's my thought today. Now let's do yesterday. What was yesterday? What were my thoughts yesterday? Oh, I wanted to film. I'm just going to do this retroactively. I filmed very long. I think the average person watched 20 minutes, so it couldn't have been all that great. But you know what? I don't make videos for other people. I make them for myself. And I also make them for certain people that I know desire them. So to me, if 3 people or 4 people watch it to the end, I don't care how many subscribers I have, you guys. I could have, I don't know, 20 grand, 20,000. Doesn't matter. I'd prefer to be a small channel anyway. I think being a small channel is like being a beginner. And people look at that and they think, oh, okay, you've got a new perspective. So pulling the plug on a larger channel to become a smaller channel to me is worth it because I like to be anonymous in a way. Does that make sense? Which is why when I write, I use aliases or pseudonyms. Yeah, because it's not really me. I think it comes from a source that I connect to, my higher power, right? Okay, so I filmed a very long video, which was over an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Then, you guys get this, I went for a walk. Now, I can't tell you how many steps I went for because I didn't check it before I started filming. A small walk. But I would assume it's probably 4,000 steps. I was slow, you guys. It took an hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes. But I was quite winded. And I found it very hard to stand upright. Please don't come at me in the comments if you're like in the medical field. And I did clear it with the doctor, you know. I do have walking sticks, but I didn't bring one. Next time I will, though. Live and learn. And it was such a beautiful, lovely day, and I got some beautiful sunset pictures and a rainbow on that walk, that it was so worth it. And that's what I mean, like, no matter your day, there are gifts right there to see every day. And I look for them, right? Whether it's like a flower or like, I don't know, even like prickle bushes. Like, as crazy as that sounds, it's November. It's almost December and we still have prickle bushes from like blackberries. Like, it's amazing. Anyway, okay, so I went for a walk, came home and was done. And when I mean done, I was done for about say 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to recover. Then I put on laundry. And made myself have some food. So that was yesterday. Okay, so the next one is brain dump. So this is from November 23rd to November 30th, Monday to Sunday. Now, guys, get this. I didn't realize this, but in the 1786 Bible, you can look this up. You know that the Sabbath is Saturday. Like, what? I'm shocked. I always was led to believe the Sabbath was Sunday, but it's not. It's Saturday. So I don't know now if I'm going to start my weeks on a Sunday or on a Monday. Like, I've always done it that way, or if I start it on a Monday and then I leave like the Sabbath, because following the Sabbath, you're not really supposed to do anything like major, just like sit quiet and like, you know, and I want to, like, as I get older, you guys, and I'm sorry for those of you that like are like, Mel, where are you going with this? You never went with this before. Okay, I never went with this before because here's the thing. There's certain things, like if people can talk politics and crap, I'm going to talk about something that's uplifting and good. And this, it's uplifting and good. Okay? like, I believe that if we treat each other with kindness and respect and all of the things that are right there written, I mean, it's basic common knowledge, but not everybody has it. So if we all could just follow those, what they call commandments, how wonderful life would be. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody. That's certainly not my position, but like the more I age, the more I think, I don't want to go back in time. But if you look around today, there's so much pain. And it's as if it's I've just seen people walk over people. Like literally, they're laying there on the ground, thirsty, hungry, and they've walked right over them. I can't do that, you guys. I can't do that. Did I tell you, by the way, my back hurts because I had a homeless man coming in collecting bottles. Well, I, being an ex-forces member, buy a lot of MREs, meals ready to eat, and he was saying he was tenting up with a buddy of his. So I gave him a couple of MREs, and he grabbed me up in a hug. And I begged him to put me down because it hurt my back. That's not to say that he didn't mean anything poorly by it, but some people don't understand that you just don't do that, and I don't think that I think he had some mental health issues as well, so I had to be very careful. And also I didn't want him coming back to my door all the time, so I think we could all try. That's all. The responsibility is yours. Just try. There's always something. Always. Anyway, so this is Brain Dump. I'm sorry. I hope I don't sound like I'm preaching. I don't mean to, you guys. I just, I'm one person. But there's other people, and they all believe the same thing. And if we all come together and stand together and say, no, 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 and regain our power here, regain it. Like, we don't need all this. We need community. I was raised in part on a farm. Like, I was self-sufficient. Like, why was that knowledge taken from us? Why? Like, I don't know, you guys. I should show you a picture of my grade 7 school annual where I said that I wanted to have a small farm and adopt, children in their teens because they were the hardest children to be adopted out, and give them a good home. And I think I just finished watching Free Willy and how horrific they were sleeping on sleeping bags on bunk beds. I thought, what? No, they can't come in and out. No, no. Oh, right, I was going to write the date, and I'm, totally yapping. It's already 45 minutes, you guys. I'm so sorry. Some of you guys are going to be sick of me. Sometimes I notice, I gain people, I lose people. Oops, that's Tuesday. Then I have them returned. And, but you have to understand, like on here, it's a safe place. I'm not here to judge anybody. Like, that seriously is not my job. I don't judge anybody. I just have thoughts. And so there's quite a difference between having thoughts. Can I get to my blotter without dumping everything on the ground? Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, one sec. Found it. Oh, and those as well. Okay, I'll put those up there. Yeah, I just want to make sure this pen isn't going to... So we're on Tuesday. So I do have to pick up, guess what? Cat food and bird food. I had a whole bunch of like bird seed under my nails. Bird seed. And then I have to pick up, I hate to say it, paper towels. I know, it's a waste and I should use cloths, but I'm a paper towel guy. So pick up. So I'll do that on the way home. And then I'm going to kitchen, of course, right? Can we all say it together? And dishes. Mainly put them away because they're done. Do you hear that construction? I'm sorry. So why did I order stuff when I just finished saying I wasn't going to order anything? Well, obviously, like I said, I have to control this FOMO. Seriously. And I have not learned to do that yet. So, however, for everything that comes in, something will be going out. I'm just going to do that. I'll probably come along with some washi, do the bottoms, decorate that up. These are, what is this? The intentions. Let's do the intentions for just today. I have to make sure. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I just have to make sure I have time to get out the door. So my intentions today is like a brain dump, but to really find joy in the small acts of each and every activity, movement. Hear the geese? And even appointments. I have, plus find joy in all the tasks in the house. So that's really important for me and my mindset, because the way I'm looking at it is I'm privileged to have this place, and many are not. So then here, the next one is the health log. I haven't done any of that, so we'll move along. This is the finance. Is that finance? Yeah, and I've got 3 different sections, and I've got one long section. because how I did it before was like this, which I didn't like, so I went back even further. And did I have another one? Right there. So I had subscriptions, incoming, like this was the one that I wanted to, I'm just going to put like this here so I can come back to that for finances. Yeah. And then after that is the tracker. Again, I'm going to keep it fairly simple. And then you can see here on the weeklies, I used a permanent marker, which went all the way through, and I wasn't thinking properly, but that's okay. So let's put that one back and let's use this thick one here. So Monday, and I apologize for suggesting yesterday that I was going to come back on. I just felt at the end of it, once the construction even started, that like 90 minutes and then more on top of that, you guys probably, I don't know. Since I only had 3 comments, I was thinking, well, like I know a lot watch it on the TV and you can't comment, and you like, and there was quite a few likes, and I appreciate that. But if I don't know, then like I just do it without. Okay, so here I've got my movements, my yoga or rebounder. I have a rebounder. I'm not allowed to go on it right now, so I can do stretches. Yesterday I absolutely did a walk. I am so happy about that. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Tuesday I'll do like a small little walk. I did my routine. I got dressed. I washed. I did my teeth. I did not bathe yesterday. I did wash though. No vitamins. I did soap. I scribed. I researched. I houseworked. Routine, creative hour. Yeah. Fasting. No, I did not fast yesterday. And I'm even tracking bowel movements, you guys. TMI, sorry. And then I changed this area. It used to have like this vertical sleep tracker in it. So this is AM chores. So I did my bed, I did laundry, my garbage is not done. I did sweep, I did do dishes, I did partially dust, I did not vacuum. Now these aren't for every day, okay? And I only have 6 days. I am taking a day off a week. Why not? It says so right in the Bible that there's a day of rest. So I'm going to need one, and I don't need to do chores every day. Appliances, no, I never got to them. And then in the evening, tub, no, because I didn't bathe. Wash, yes. Dried, fold laundry. I dried it, but not folded it, so I'm going to put that like that. Clean kitchen. Did I clean kitchen? No. That's why I got to get in there. When I talk clean kitchen, I talk like disinfect it, right? Tidy desk. Well, again, I'm going to put that like that. Tidy living room. Again, like that. Journal. No, totally forgot. And yes, I did the Bible. So, and then my mood tracker yesterday, I was content, I was grateful, I did feel joy. I was not sad, I was not annoyed, I was not lonely or frustrated. I had, I would say, medium energy, even though, because I was able to film. So, like, it's in perspective to how I've been feeling. So I'm just going to, like, kind of put a little thing on the top, because it could be low, medium, and high. It wasn't low. It was kind of medium because I walked. So SFS, I would put at 7. Anxious, no. Effort, definitely. I'm going to just tick that. Was I overwhelmed? No. Was I dissociate? No. Did I use humor? No. Was I talkative? No. Was I reflective? Very. Now this, I have decided, like, on this one I was going to put that word of the week, because I had that incident and, yada, yada, yada. But instead, I'm going to focus on positivity here. So my word of the week is going to be, well, it's going to be 2 words. Rise up. Now, this has a literal, spiritual, and emotional meaning. Rise up. So I'm sure you guys can all figure it out. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then total sleep for the week, because apparently the week you can add up. Now I had a nap of 2 1-hour naps and then a 2-hour sleep. So I've had 4 hours, which for me is good. And so I'm doing really good. Now I have an appointment at 11. I have an appointment at 9:30. My daughter's coming over to help me. But I also have another appointment at 12 p.m. And then I have an appointment at 1 p.m. I have to keep looking because, like, oh my goodness. Just can't believe we're on the end of November. And then, what is this one here? This is work projects. No, this is prayers. So I'm going to do that privately. These are work projects. So again, I'll come back with this because my top 4, I'm going to break it down and see how much energy I have, because what was my last one that I did like that? Yeah, it was blank, literally. And then the one before, let's go back a bit. That was finances. When did I first start doing that? I don't know. I slid it in somewhere. So I'll come back to that. And then I leave a couple of pages, like 2, 4, 6. And then here's where the weekly start. And are you guys on screen? Yeah. So Monday, I'll come back. I'll show you that. I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I just put a do not disturb, because in here are just private thoughts. Now, I did, while I'm with you guys, want to make a pocket, because this has been kind of like a habit, a tradition, whatever you want to call it, for a long time now. And so I just come along And I want to write myself a letter in here. And the reason I want to do that is because it's like, if you took a piece of paper as a couple, if you're married, right? Because I did this with my husband when I was married. Ex-husband, I should say. Sorry, I get terms mixed up. Like, I know we're not married, you guys. I don't have a fixation on him or anything like that. But I used to write down something every day, and then once a week or like twice a week. So I'd write it down 5 days a week because I was a homemaker. I stayed home. And then on the weekends, he would write 2 things that he was grateful for because he wasn't into the woo-woo stuff like I was, okay? Like, he just total opposite. Like, I can't even tell you how much we were opposites. It doesn't matter. But then on New Year's Eve, we treated ourselves after we got the girls to bed, and we would go through this container with these folded pieces of paper and pull out memories. Or we'd do it on our anniversary. And it was a no expense way of celebrating things. I mean, I remember on Valentine's Day, he used to cut out hearts and plaster them all over like construction paper hearts. And I love you because, and he'd have to take them off the wall with this like tack stuff, you know, that. And then on the back, I'd write why. And like, I was more creative that way. But my birthday was 3 days before his birthday, and he always forgot my birthday. He was not a romantic type whatsoever, you guys. This is my last piece of tape, and since this is coming up, I'm gonna have to make sure it's settled in. I didn't want to end with that story. However, I did. Okay. So, like, I need to reinforce that somehow. So, let's reinforce it. Kind of like that. I do like this one for some reason. What else have we got here? That'd be too much, I wonder. It might be too much, you guys, but it doesn't hurt to try, right? It's only a book. I hope you guys had a really good day yesterday. Like, I guess it was probably busy for a lot of you. I forgot completely, and that it was Thanksgiving down in the States. I don't think anybody in Europe like celebrates Thanksgiving. If you watch from, and I don't think they do in Italy either. I need more tape. Do I have the other one close by? I did actually at one point. I seen it. And I moved it. Where did I move it to? I don't know. There it is. Hiding. Is that double-sided though? I don't want it double-sided. It is, yeah. There it is. I do have refills. It's just I happen to see if I can do this without breaking a nail, because they're due. They're due to be broken for sure, but let's see if I can get this working without too much issue. Now we'll have to leave it for now, you guys, because I'll just do it in a bit. And then I'll just take some more of this beautiful stuff. Yeah, I got some lovely pictures yesterday. I couldn't believe it. And so I guess, like, in a way, it's good to move slower, because that's what I've learned in life, too. Like, I was rushing. Like, there's a song, like, where you rush and life's no fun. And all you really want to do is to live and die, but something, and I rush by, or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know all the words, obviously. I'm the kind of person that will listen to it one CD for 2 years straight. And that's part of who I am as well. The kids know this about me. I have all kinds of songs in my head all day long. My head is never quiet. I have a soundtrack that plays in my head. I don't have to put on the radio for it. If I want that song, it comes in my mind. But when I'm in my vehicle, there's one CD, just one. And you guys can all guess what it is if you want, but it's one CD. And I don't actually think any of you will guess what it is. Every once in a while, I'll take it out and play another one, but yeah, it's one CD. It's been my CD for actually 5 years. And not only that, I had the CD. My daughter had put it on top of the dash, and it had slid down. So I had to go out and buy another one. And, like, I thought she had actually taken it because she was tired of, like, listening to it. But nope, she didn't. So there's my pocket, you guys. So that's where I'm going to put my letter. Usually I write the letter at the beginning of the month. I didn't, though, this month. And then I'll do a flip of this book. I'm not going to fill in pages that are not filled in. I just don't have energy for that. But that's her there, and stored in this case, which, my goodness, I do need to clean this case off. But there she is, nice and chunky. That's the middle, I guess. And it still closes. So I better put that there, because this is the metal one. I got this metal one from Sweet Quiet Design. And I had it in my, like, this case here. But then if I had this out in the van, then I didn't have that metal one, so it wasn't the same. So that's it, everybody. I will try to get an art video in. It'll probably be really, like, quiet and relaxed. I truly wish I could play music. But here's the thing, like, I don't like the music that's on the iMovie. Like, it plays over and over the same music. And I don't have the skills of how to edit. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous. I used to. Like, if you watch my videos from before 2021, before I had the seizures, I could do it. But after I had the seizures, I just couldn't do it anymore, you guys. And I it's like there's something in my brain got broken. That's all I'm saying. And Yeah. So, anywho, do I have a pink one in here? No. I should put one. Oh, I do. There it is. Okay. So then, I have one in here. I don't think so. Okay. So now I do. I did some more work on this. I was really considering cutting this book down to a B6. But now I've ordered in that other book, so I won't be doing that. The other book is not like this. It's got like months, weeks. It's like a Hobonichi kind of style without the days, but it's got like journaling pages in it. So, and I actually like this like case, the color. Yeah, I really like that. So, okay, you guys, that's it from me today. Remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. You're loved, needed, and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. And thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really, truly appreciate it. And I wish you all a blessed and beautiful Tuesday on this November day. Be safe, everyone. Truly. Bye for now.